My very first land deal was in December of 2016 when I bought 53 acres out in Hudspeth County, Texas for 8,500 bucks. That's $170 per acre. It was broken into five separate 10.6 acre lots in the middle of the desert of Texas. And I have the deed here. I wanted to show y'all. This is the official deed, December 21st, 2016. As you can see, U.S. prime land out of Florida. Rashid Mahmood out of Florida. Little did he know that he would be my first sale and create this giant snowball effect. And I guess the rest is history from there. But this is, my old address. I was living in Midland, Texas, working in the oil field. As you can see, five separate lots, 10.648 acres in the Gunsight Ranch. And what's crazy about this is the Gunsight Ranch. It's literally middle nowhere desert. There wasn't a road that actually ran to the property. The nearest road is 2,200 foot away. So this is, middle of the desert. Here's El Paso up here. This is about an hour and a half from El Paso. This is all sorts of other stuff that I've done in Hudspeth County since then, including Cornudas, which is, just up the road, the town of Cornudas that I own. And here it is. All the five lots right here. And let's see, I think I have a purchase agreement. Here's a contract. Here's the purchase agreement. $8,500 on Friday, December 16th, 2016. And then he filed the deed next week, it looks like. So this is the official purchase agreement for my first land sale. And what's funny is I was trying to kind of go back and remember, I didn't really save any of the sale posts, unfortunately, but I remember selling all these 10-acre lots for 100 down and 100 a month for 36 months. So I bought it for $170 per acre, and I was financing them off at like $3,700 per acre. And I know they all sold in like a month or two. I don't remember the exact sequence. I just remember getting blown up by people on Facebook Marketplace out of El Paso. Like, I want this land in the desert. It's so cheap. Why is it so cheap? And I mean, I could have sold it for more. Looking back on it, I probably should have asked for like $150 for 36 months or something. Like, I probably could have got 50% more than what I was selling it for. But, you live and you learn. I can't complain too much here. Oh, here's a contract that I did have. And this one, the contract's on January 22nd. So a month after I purchased the land. This is one of the 10-acre pieces, right? So just kind of confirming my thesis. And, if you know me, I like to keep receipts. So there's the deed, one of my first contracts. And then I had the purchase agreement. I always like to kind of back up what I say. But here's the Gunsight Ranch. Here's some photos of the area. This is one of my favorite mountains. There's like some mountains out there and rolling hills. Just like kind of beautiful desert landscape, just middle of nowhere. Can see the night sky, the stars. There's no restrictions. You can do what you want out there. There's some mountains. There's Guadalupe Mountain National Park in the horizon there. There's that cool mountain. There's actually some good roads that run through the ranch too. There's some cattle out there, turtles, believe it or not, pronghorn. There's a lot of pronghorn out there. And the thing about the Gunsight is it's like an open shooting ranch, I guess you could call it. If you own a certain amount of acreage in the ranch, you can actually hunt the entire 32,000 acres. And I have some good photos of the roads in here. Let's see if I can go back. There's some well-maintained roads. Here we go. That run through this ranch. Pretty cool. Here's a good gravel road, another good road. So it's got some good roads that run through. Gunsight Road's the main road off the highway. You can see some people out there in the RVs and trailers. That's what a lot of that landscape is out there, man. So this was kind of the beginning of my land journey, and just goes to show you that yes, you can find land that cheap. Yes, people will buy it. I showed you a contract. Let me show you real quick. This is where I found the land. I talk about this, but it was just landwatch.com. And I was just looking at cheap land out in West Texas. I think the reason why I was searching Hudspeth County, if I can remember correctly, There was some people in the Land Geek group, Mark Podolsky's group, who I bought the course at the time. I saw someone like posting some stuff on Hudspeth County, and I was like, oh, that might be a good place to buy land, and it's kind of close to me in West Texas. And so I started looking out there, and lo and behold, I found a piece. You can't find it that cheap nowadays anymore, but there was a bunch of 50-acre pieces out in the Gunsight listed for like 12,000, 15,000, and this one was listed, I think he had it listed for like 10,000 or something, and I was trying to like negotiate him down to $7,500. I remember talking to him in my office at SM Energy in the oil field, the company I used to work for, and I had like this bad service in my office. I was sitting in an office like this with no window, by the way. I didn't have a window in my office, and I'm like, I have no service like through the concrete building. So I had to like walk outside and talk to this guy and walk back and look online, and eventually got him down to $8,500, which I know he probably paid like $5,000 for it or so. He probably paid less than $100 per acre. But it's really hard to find deals like that online nowadays because they move so quick and they're usually priced full market value. But, you know, if you're willing to negotiate, and you will find diamonds in the rough. So that was the beginnings of Jazz Land. The first deal in kind of Hudspeth County has become almost like a second home to me now. There's so much land out there. And believe it or not, you can still find land that cheap nowadays, whether you're direct mailing or finding it online, and whether it's West Texas or Arizona or Nevada, you can find it. So the first deal is the hardest. That's what I always tell people. Once you get over that first deal, it's kind of all downhill from there. So just keep pushing, keep looking. And, you know, I'm thankful that I pulled the trigger on that one, because like they say, the rest is history.